then people get fussy about the airport. Well, the media's out there looking for their blood along the way, and so we have that issue that we have to deal with. And this isn't exactly exciting for people to learn how to fly. Well, we have to explain to them that flying is generally as safe as you choose to make it. And so lots and lots of opportunities, and all of these things kind of intermesh together. And when you explain it to people like that, when I started off, I was looking for this elevator speech, and it needed to be a very tall building. Well, now I'm down to about 30 floors, and it seems to work pretty well.
This is as good as he's ever done. It's terrific. You know, intermesh.
Know you often dream of this. You're up above the clouds and mist, up there in the heavens where the sun always shines. You're like an eagle, wild and free, dancing softly on the breeze. And up there you always come alive. When you fly, when you fly, just you on those wings, soaring high. You always live to fly, and you dare to dream. Above it all, you've seen amazing things. Sometimes you even feel the hand of God. When you fly, you've seen the sunset from above, the soft glow of city lights, and up there a billion stars at night. When you fly, when you fly, just you on those wings, soaring high. You always live to fly, and you dare to dream. Above it all, you've seen amazing things. Sometimes you even feel the hand of God. When you fly, there's no place that you would rather be. When you fly, you know that you are living your dreams. When you fly, when you fly, when you fly, just you on those wings, soaring high. You always live to fly, and you dare to dream. Above it all, you've seen amazing things. Sometimes you even feel the hand of God. When you fly, when you fly.
A bunch early during the summer and flew the heck out of the airplane.
And then when I moved to San Diego, I started flying with the Commemorative Air Force in one of their SNJ T6s. And I flew that a ton and just kind of kept going. I got lucky enough to get with a group that had an SNJ that I flew, and then they had an F4U Corsair. And I did a lot of cleaning on that airplane more than anything. And then I learned a lot about how it worked and did some maintenance with the mechanics, and built a couple ground schools just for myself. And one day the owner said, "Man, you know more about this airplane than I do. Go fly it." The history of the Corsair and the way that people talked about it, and the aviators back in the war talked about how they knew that when they flew it, maybe it wasn't the fastest, maybe it wasn't the most maneuverable, but it would get them home, and just all the stories that I heard from the guys who flew it back in the day, it's just amazing. And so being able to do that.
Do you feel a connection to that legacy when you're flying a plane like that?
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, I couldn't help once I started getting real comfortable in the airplane, you know, on a quiet day at the airport, trying to fly a carrier pattern in it, and it was scary on pavement, so I can't even imagine.
And Gabe, tell us about your. You recently bought a Cherokee 180, I understand. Now, what is it about? Why that airplane? And do you intend to use it for yourself primarily, or for teaching others? What's your general aviation future hold?
Well, with the Cherokee 180, the big reason I got one was before I came in, I was a CFII. And the school, my favorite plane to fly that we had there was a Cherokee 180. So when I came back from my deployment, again, go buy an airplane, bought the Cherokee 180 because I like being able to take trips. It's big enough. I can take some people in it. And I also still do some instructing on the weekends with Marines that are trying to learn how to fly. So I basically fly them at cost because I can't afford to give away all the flight hours with gas and everything. But fly them at cost to bring the training costs down, trying to help them get their private pilot's license.
Have any of the Marines that you began training in the ground school in Afghanistan become private pilots?
We actually have 2 so far. One came back when he got done with his deployment and just went to one of the kind of high-paced schools and just nailed it out in like 2 months. And we got back, and he was the one, he came to the summit last year when he was out in California, and all he was waiting on was his check ride at that point. So he got that one done quick, and another one of my students, he just wrapped his up. So he's a reservist who was over there in Afghanistan, and actually a lieutenant colonel. He's also an FBI agent who was taking the class from me, which was quite a sight.
Wow. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much. I'd like to just ask the audience for one more round of applause for these men who have contributed so much both to our freedom and to our general aviation enjoyment. Thank you very much.